Hello and good morning. I wanted to make a video today regarding feeling discomfort, and let me elaborate on that. So, there's a lot of situations and experiences in life that make us feel uncomfortable. And what do I mean by that? I mean a certain amount or level of pain. And it could be emotional pain, it could be physical pain, it could be mental pain, it could be spiritual. And I've found that the best remedy for dealing with this is doing nothing. And that's why meditation is such an essential tool to fostering being non-reactive. And I want to say meditation also helps you to broaden your awareness and expand your consciousness, if that even makes sense. Sorry, the sun is really blazing right now. So, I've made videos on this. Being an INFJ, being hypersensitive, being empathic, I feel like your nervous system is wired to be very, very in tune with an array of different types of energy around you, if that even makes sense. And a lot of the energy that we feel doesn't necessarily feel good all the time. I think that's why we have a tendency to isolate or to um, retract or maybe even socialize less than the average person, I suppose. It's because our nervous system is hypersensitive, hyper aware to all kinds of energy, the good, the bad, comfortable, uncomfortable, and I think that's why we have a tendency to, yeah, become hermits or to just isolate or spend a lot of time alone. I just feel like, to some degree, we need to do what we need to do in order to um, not necessarily self preserve, but create a safe space for us to have a higher threshold to process all of the energy, because I feel like it can be overwhelming at times, and nobody has taught us and nobody has told us, so we have no idea what is going on half the time. But I've come to realize that if you, when you're out in the world, instead of reacting to life, just kind of respond to it. I know lately I've been struggling with criticizing and judging and having very strong feelings of resentment. And I'm normally a happy, easygoing, peaceful person, but lately it's all of these like really dense energies have been coming to the surface for me to process. And I feel like the best way to move through this is to just kind of sit with these things, um, feel them completely without trying to suppress them or without trying to demonize them, and just kind of give it space to process, to move through you. I'm trying to get there's like sun hitting me from all angles right now. It's kind of blinding, but it's okay. um yeah, so I think the key to everything is absolutely being aware or fostering like more awareness. A lot of times when we encounter people or situations that seem bad, I think all you really need is a perspective shift. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? Or what am I doing wrong? Or what is the other person doing wrong? Like, it, perspective shift, you know? Maybe you're not doing anything wrong. Maybe they're not doing anything wrong. Maybe they're doing the best that they can do at the level of awareness and consciousness that they're at. And maybe you're doing the best that you can do at the level of consciousness and awareness that you're at. And also, what is the lesson to be learned? You know, asking the questions. What am I supposed to learn from this? Maybe the lesson is just to do nothing. Like maybe, you know, this situation or this circumstance is beyond your control and it's just supposed to help you practice being present, um, being comfortable with the discomfort, allowing space for um, these really dense energies that feel negative to move through you. You know, maybe that's what you're supposed to be learning. It's not necessarily action based. Um, yeah, so, you know, I feel like if you're in a similar space as I am, where you're catching yourself being very judgmental, very critical. I mean, I know, like, I don't know if it's, I feel like, I don't know if it's empaths or highly sensitive people or just INFJ personality types in general, but I know we have a tendency to be perfectionists, and the perfectionist is maddening because nothing is perfect. Or should I say everything is perfect just as it is, even though it may not align with your standards or your expectations, you know? Because if you look at everything in the world, everyone is doing exactly what they need to be doing in every moment, irregardless of how you think it should be, you know? And that's why, like, if you want to stop the habit of being critical or judgmental or resentful, I feel like it takes a lot of will and determination to try to shift that behavior. And it can be addictive, you know, like a lot of times when we're in the world, we have a tendency to criticize because we don't feel good. You know, like something or someone doesn't make us feel good. And so we have a tendency to project our discomfort upon them instead of taking accountability and saying, hey, no, right now I'm not feeling very comfortable. Like, and if you like really sit with yourself and you're very present, you can feel energy moving through your body all the time. And you know, obviously when something feels good, you know, we don't necessarily react, you know, because it feels good. But if it feels bad, then we have a tendency to react and to project and to get triggered and to blame something outside of ourselves. But really, it's all happening inside, you know? So once you become aware of that, once you shift your perspective, once you take responsibility and are accountable for your feelings, then you can do the work to neutralize and let things pass and not be affected. Like, I feel like a telltale sign that you are in a state of equilibrium is when you feel peace within yourself, or if you feel unbothered. And I don't mean, when I say unbothered, I don't mean like numbing yourself. That's completely different. And at times, I understand why people numb themselves. It's because, you know, the level of pain that they're trying to process is so intolerable that they need to give themselves a break, you know? So I get it. But yeah, I mean, I guess to recap this, I know I feel like I just kind of touched on a lot of angles, but if you're looking to upgrade yourself, um, and become less perfectionist, less judgmental, less critical, and to release a lot of negatively charged emotions, you just need to be present, still, non reactive, um, and allow yourself the time to process and create space for uncomfortable energies to move through you. You know, it starts with a thought, and then it also manifests in the physical body, and you are the regulator of your reactions, your responses, um, your perceptions, your awareness. I feel like you can regulate these things. A lot of people aren't aware that they have the ability to regulate, and you can also generate. You can generate more peace, you can generate more happiness. You can also do the opposite. It's all about like being able to control that dial within yourself. um I don't know if what I said was useful. I don't know if you learned anything from it, but we got to keep sharing the information, because if we don't, then it just kind of stays locked away inside. And, you know, I feel like everybody has something to offer. But like I said, if you keep it inside, then, you know, you prevent yourself from potentially putting information out there that could be useful to someone else or not. Tomato, tomato. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching, and amen.